Hello and welcome back to RailRoads Online. So today we are here taking a further look at the new update, cattle and industry. So we will be heading out to the cattle ranch today. So a couple things I figured we'd go over quick before we did is that yes, with the update there are a few people who are having problems logging in, stuff like that. So it was passed down from the dev team that they would be putting out a pre-update version of the game on Steam. So if you are having a problem or can't get logged in with the Unreal 5 or the 5.3 update, you can play that version until they get the bugs worked out and get it so it's compatible for everybody or as many people obviously as possible along the way. So that's just something I figured we'd pass along down the way as that came out. So then other than that, we do have the new locomotive here, the 242. And then we have the new water car, the little one, the big one. And then we do have wheat and grain all loaded up here. We will be headed out to the cattle ranch, or the ranch, if you will, for today's video. So then I figure a couple of things we'll do is take a look around the interior of the new locomotive, something we didn't really do much of on the last video. I did go with the worn color, so that's obviously a little bit of the tatters there. We do have coal up here in the front bunker that is unusable. Just heads up, it comes out when you click this. Obviously I think they're kind of missing a door or a grate or something here. Would be nice to see them add something to kind of look like it's holding that coal up. This thing, the one thing I'll tell you is, it already, you can see it's like half down on coal, burns coal like crazy, and does not hold a lot at all. So that's the thing. Another thing I kind of didn't really talk about too much in the update video was the crouch has been changed. So as you'll see now, we don't dip that far. John Railroad was also shrunk, or was said that he was shrunk, so there's that. Doesn't really duck anywhere else, but so you can duck now and see out the windows. So for driving modes, things like that, certainly going to make that a lot easier for players who like to play in the first person, as you will now be able to get a look out the door. So here's going to bring up another very interesting thing, is that we do have the new UI, which it has also been said by the team, it's just a placeholder UI. So if you hate it, don't freak out, because this probably will be changing. How dramatically, I obviously don't know. Not sure that they have set on a complete design yet. So, constructive criticism passed along, and adjustments I'm sure will be made, as I do know there are people who really don't like this. But all you can do is pass along your feelings about that, and I'm sure adjustments are already planned to be made. So, feedback can always help us get a better look there, or whatever you're looking for. So obviously it's different. Things are moved around. It's causing a few issues, obviously, for people running trains right now. All changes always do. Just something we got to get used to. I'm included in that, definitely having a different experience running stuff, because everything isn't where we're used to it. So a little different there, but with that, I think we're going to get underway for the day. Great new whistle on the locomotive, have to say. I like that. It's pretty deep for the size of the loco. Kind of caught me by surprise. Did get a different bell sound there, or at least to me I think that's a pretty different bell sound, pretty sure. But so there's that. We'll hit that, see if we can get this thing underway here. Turn those off. Alright, let's hit it. There we go. Full on out of the station, get this thing moving. This thing, not a lot of tractive effort. As we said in the previous video, about 4,000 pounds of tractive effort. So that also kind of matches the price at $4,000, so nothing major there. Alright, so station sound of the railroad. kind of let that one run out. 20 some miles an hour, not exactly sure. Oops, see, there's one where, you know, I'm chopping the throttle, but really I'm kicking the regulator at this point. So definitely going to do some more of that along the way. Not sure that around this curve is exactly the best place to be doing a speed test. It looks like we're getting 20 some miles an hour out of it. So, not the fastest loco, not the slowest loco. No big deal. Either way, seems like it's going to get the job done on some flat grounds for you know, smaller loads. This definitely isn't going to be a mountain climber, I don't think, by any stretch of the word, or at least I won't be looking for it to be the mountain terrain anyway. Probably keeping this one down on the flats, but it does seem to be doing the job fairly well. Not a very heavy terrain, obviously. 23, so yeah, looks like 22. I've heard 22 to 27 miles an hour. It looks to me like it's probably 22 miles an hour. It's probably about the top speed for this one. So, at least with the new UI there. Probably slow this one down. The loco is probably pretty steady too. See, I'm going to do that. Oh, man. The loco is probably pretty steady, being it's fairly small. I wouldn't anticipate too much problem there. Not exactly sure about the rolling stock behind it, obviously. First time out with the water cars. I have to say they're definitely unique looking. Slow it down. Slow it down. Pop it, Joe. Alright, there we go. I feel like we're ready to have a hard one. I do have to say the proportions on the new cars are pretty cool. Kind of matched it up there, looks nice in the stack. Even the little one might be, I don't know, probably my favorite small car. But then it's almost a little bit of a mid-sized car. It's not quite as small as the Craig cars, but I don't think it's full size either by any stretch of the word. So, but cool. Don't exactly know how much they haul, so that's I figured we'd grab both to take them out and see what with the water, throw that in there, and then take this stuff over and see if we can see what with the cows. Every time. Regulators in the middle. This should really be on the end. It should be regulator reverse or brake like always. I'm not exactly sure. Yeah. That one's kind of a confusion for nothing, I guess. I think I wouldn't mind it so much if the regulator was down on the end, and then I don't think I'd mind it so much. And this stuff I don't think is too bad either, to be real. It's just it's big. If that was smaller, I mean, I think a lot of the appeal to RailRoads Online for a lot of people, quite frankly, is the screenshots and taking those. And I think that this doesn't do any favors there, though I have heard there's a way to take it off the screen, though I gotta be honest, I don't exactly remember what that is currently, so when I figure that out, I'll make sure to point that out, or somebody will in the comments down below, because I'm sure somebody will know exactly what that is, where I am not totally certain. Alright, so we will be rolling in here to the new stop. This is one of the new stops. I shouldn't say the new stop. We got a few new stops. Did throw a few things around here just because I was, you know, whatever, messing around with things, looking around. So we will try to see what we can do about lining this up. Hopefully we got somewhere in the ballpark of what it takes to line these things up. And that won't be a big deal. Alright, can we get up on the car? There we go. See what that is. Alright, let's see if we're anywhere near where we need to be. This is like an oil drop off almost or something. Alright, so we'll get that, looks good. And then we do have a little valve over here. So we'll give that a spin. And then see. Alright, so it looks like 6 units. I'm not sure. You know, if that's a gallons thing, I don't even want to say. I have no idea. Gallons, liters, I don't know what it is. So whatever, we'll just call it units or gallons, whatever. Again, somebody might have some idea based on the weight, what that actually is. I don't know. There we are. Probably don't really need it. Get me up there. Shut it, but we're gonna. Alright. Let's go ahead and turn some lights on the Loco. I know I don't tend to do that much. It is daylight. We definitely don't need it, but let's go ahead and take a look at them just for fun. Grab this here, and seems camera's weird. Still gotta say, I wish they'd put the zoom on the scroll. Oh, that I couldn't say that enough times. Zoom on the scroll if it's possible would be awesome. Just one player's opinion there. Alright, scooch this along. Alright, let's see if that gets it done. I'm not exactly sure how that looks like it lined up. Oh, that's not too bad, probably. I don't know. Might be too far forward. Let's see if we can get away with it. Open up the lid. Does this work? Does this not work? Let's find out. It's working. It's working. There we go. That's a winner. Even though we're not quite lined up, we obviously pull a little too far forward. That should line up better than that. That's on me. Alright, let's see. What do we see? We can see water kind of down in there. So that's the thing. Guess I didn't really look in this one. How's that? Yeah, not really seeing much in there. Kind of looking empty. But who knows how that'll go. So this one holds 12. So we're talking double what the little barrel holds. So that's a thing. That's probably the route I'd be taking. Is the big one. Guess the little one probably isn't too bad. Depends on, you know, burn rate of the water, I guess, at the end of the day, right? Who knows how fast we go through that. I haven't dropped any off just yet. Alright, there we go. Turn that off. Nice thing is the water is infinite, so that's just going to keep on going. The old windmill is going to keep bringing it up, and that's going to be infinite. So if you spill some there, it's not like oil, no big deal. And then I did just turn around and stick another water tower out here in case you need to fill up the Loco while you're at it, and then a little stop over here, which, you know, I'm sure we'll do some expanding. Plenty going on in here. You can see the farm is off in the distance, or the ranch, not the farm, actually. Wheat farm, cattle ranch, whatever. So let's get on it. Break off. Heading out the door, regulator up, and we are off and running. Loco is probably getting a little heavier. I have to say that would be one nice thing to see him add at some point in the game, is a total weight, a total tonnage of the Loco as you add cars and load them, stuff like that. It would be kind of cool if we had, if that were a thing where we saw how much the whole train weighs without actually having to figure it out ourselves. That's kind of lame, but it would be nice just to have a load counter of some sort. I have to be honest, that'd be a nice thing to see in here as well. Alright, here we go, jumping back to life. Little red train doing its thing, on its way. made it through most of this without having to take out too many rocks or anything else. So it did just pick a nice, you know, for me it was about, I wanted a decent area. I definitely plan on probably moving some of these around on this map, but at this point I kind of wanted something that was nice, clean, and stable. And I knew over here we have nice, really nice flat area to actually work with, so that is why that is why I chose the location out here. Alright, switch looks good. Nice wide sweeping turn, obviously. Smelter off in the distance there. Yeah. So we keep the whistling down, don't need to freak out the cows. You know? Be decent about the whole thing. Alright. So here we have our stops. We're going to have the first stop, which is going to be train. Oh, man. Alright, let's see how all this is going to line up. Brakes on this loco are not the best brakes in the game. Not going to say they're bad, but oh, man. Back it up. Alright, I'll take the brake off. Take that off. Alright, let's see what we can go out and unload, you know, without causing too much of a ruckus here. I'm not sure about that. This, I think, we should be able to get. Let's go ahead and keep an eye on the money. Definitely getting paid there. So as you can see, $10 a drop for wheat. Not super crazy. Not sure which car we're lined up for here, as this is my first water drop. So we'll just kind of have to see. The only thing out here that we checked were the was the grain there to make sure that we were on the right spacing before we committed to too much out here. So this should be interesting with the water. Alright, that looks to me like it'd be lined up, so let's go see what happens with the water now. Water. Alright, it's dropping in there. One would assume we're getting paid, Definitely not getting paid a lot, and that was for sure. I didn't even see what it was. I think it was almost like $5 a drop. At six, if that's $30 a car, those little barrels are going to be a rough way to make a living. Let's get a little better look with the bigger car here. So hit that one. Wow, whole different experience here. Oh, look at that! There, the hose actually. I didn't see if it did that on here. I didn't see if it did that. What was that? Oh, see, that link just disappeared. Alright. So I didn't see if it did it there, but it definitely hooks up the hose there, so that's kind of cool. Alright. It still drops from space, but that's cool. I like that. That's super neat. The hose just kind of auto hooks it. That's cool. So those cars, I wish oil would do something like that and then not actually, you know, like have to line up the hose. That'd be super cool. Alright, well there we go. So we can assume that the water is going up a little bit, which gets that going. And then we do have, what else do we have? We got the hay we can deliver. That goes up here, or straw, sorry, not hay. My bad. Not that we'd have to whistle at the dock, let's be honest. Alright, let's slide this forward and get that straw in there and then see what actually happens here at the industry once we get everything dropped off. That'll be cool. Wonder if we get a bunch more cows or something. Alright, get up that dog. Alright, make sure we get paid for those. Ooh, $5. $5 a bale. Ouch. That's, yeah, okay. I mean, at least this stuff comes pretty basically, effortless. It's not a ton of loads. Obviously, not making a whole ton of money off them, but should feed into a decent chain. So, all right, that gives us water, grain. We got water, we got grain, we got straw. There, straw disappeared. So now let's go see what we get. Do we get more cows? I wonder if more cows actually spawn in here. Is what I wonder, or if they just kind of. Wait, oh, is that cow new? Because they only had cows at the drop forts, right? I think we got a cow. I don't think that cow was in there before. Let's see if we get another. Like, I want to know. Do we get more cows? We probably need more water. So I don't see it taking any more. And how much water did we bring out? 6 and 12, so 18. So it probably takes 10 water per cow. So we're actually, I think we did get a cow in there. I'm pretty sure there were no cows in these pastures. So the cows probably spawn like that. And then it takes quite a bit to probably get them going. But we'll just have to see, keep that going, and see how many more cows we can get to, that's for sure. And definitely, I know there's a few bugs out there, but I would bear with the team. Looks like they're on the right path to some pretty good stuff, and bug fixes are coming out pretty quick nowadays. So for those who are having a hard time, just kind of bear with it. I'm sure they'll get something coming out to you soon. And again, just to pass down that note that they did turn around and put out that other version of the game for people in that circumstance. But I think with that one, we're going to call it a win for today. Say thanks for tuning in. Remember, if you get a chance, like, share, subscribe. Subscriptions are free, but they sure do help the channel. Y'all have a great day.